Alright, alright. Looks like my sound's all working alright, so we are gonna get started today. We're gonna probably just be keeping on doing the same thing we've been doing, which is just kind of exploring around. Last time we left off, I was... oh my goodness, what was I doing? I don't know what I was doing last time, but this time I was in the middle of doing exobiology. I don't remember what I was doing with it, but I do believe it is probably partially complete. Let's take a look at the surface map. Let's see here. There's 3 organics I haven't gotten yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to recall our ship. And I honestly think we're probably just going to keep moving. We're going to get on our way because we are aiming to someday, definitely not today because it's a long journey, but we're trying to get towards the galactic center because I want to go visit Sagittarius A-star. So we are going to wait for our ship to show up. It'll be arriving shortly. Let's see. Oh, I hear it. There it is. Coming out of frame shift drive and coming into land. Looks like it's coming into land like right in front of us. That's perfect. Let's head on over there. We got some good exobiology data from this planet, especially since we were the first footfall, so this is even more money for us. We are gonna get over this little crest here. The turret stows when we get closer, and then once we get right underneath it, come on, there we go. The board ship pop-up comes on, and we can get on. Alright. Okie dokie. So, let's take a look at the galaxy map. I believe our route should still be plotted. Yes, it is. 194 jumps will take us about halfway to the center of the galaxy. From here is where we will get to Sagittarius A-star. I think I'm actually... I wonder, can I just... no, because it's too far away. I can't. So we got about 8,000 light years to go before I can actually plot our route straight to Sagittarius A-star.
Landing gear retracted.
Up we go. Where is the system we're going to? Looks like it's right down here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's jump over there now. Okay, we are about to head over. Bye-bye, planet. And once again, on today's stream, you might hear the occasional text-to-speech noises popping up. Those are because I have a Elite Dangerous Exploration Buddy configured. So it lets me know when I first discover things. It lets me know when I find valuable stuff. It's pretty cool. So if you hear random text-to-speech going...
First discoverer of star system Autot CRCB 14-0 with primary
Just
star
like
of type M.
Just like that. That's exactly what I was talking about. Okay, let's come in. And let's do this real quick. Okay, it looks like there is a gas giant somewhere in the system. It does look like at least one planet... oh, maybe not. I was about to say maybe it's hidden behind the sun, but no, it's not.
Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel scooping is done, so after we finish up with getting these planets... there's another. There's the gas giant. And I believe there's probably... okay, yeah, there's like 2 or 3 behind the star. So, let's make sure the star's below us, so let's turn this way. Let's go down here, because this is also where our destination is going to be. And let's get below the system here. I really wish you could name systems that you discovered. That would be really fun. However, that would also mean a lot of people would probably be naming things like really horrible words like slurs, so maybe it's not the best idea.
System scan complete.
Like, it'd be cool in theory, but we can't trust anything with anyone, so...
Frameshift drive charging.
Emphasis on the in theory part. I've also messed with my graphics settings so I can see more stars, more nebulae, stuff like that. So, graphics should be looking better than usual. And also, everything is pink because I have a theme set for my heads-up display. It's like closest thing I could find to like trans colors, so I think it looks quite cute. I'm also colorblind though, so I don't know how accurate that actually is. Okay, is this one also unexplored? Probably. Maybe not. 20? Oh boy, we're gonna be here for a second. Has this been discovered? I don't think so. Nope, first discoverer. Let's come on over here. Yeah, we're the first discoverer of this system, too. That's nice. God damn it. Okay, hold on. We got one planet behind the star here. Let's move. I don't know why it's not doing the first discoverer noises at me. I know for certain I'm first discovering this because it's showing up in the sidebar. I don't know. But let's get back into discovery or full system scanner or full spectrum scanner, whatever the fuck that's called. Alright. And now to find all the moons of this. There's the moons for that one. Here's all the moons for this one. That's a lot of them. Oh my goodness. Here's more. Another one.
One biological signals found on IC Body 4C. Possible occurrences of 2 potentially valuable species predicted on IC Body 4C.
Not worth it.
1 biological signals found on IC Body 4B. Possible occurrences of 2 potentially valuable species predicted on IC Body 4B.
Not worth it.
1 biological signals found on IC Body 4A.
I know, I get it.
Possible occurrences of 2 potentially valuable species predicted on IC Body 4A.
I'm not gonna go check them out, I'm sorry. I really like my ship's interior. The lights make it so pretty. My ancient orbs. Okie dokie. I think this one is also unexplored. And it was just a bunch of stars. Okay. Fine with me. Let's start scooping our fuel. Do a loop around the back of the sun here. And just let that fuel scoop for a moment. There we go. Let ourselves cool down for just a second, and then... away we go. 191 jumps till we're halfway to the center of the galaxy. You can already see the stars are pretty dense looking out that way, but it's gonna get worse and worse the further we go. Look at those nebulae, too. Whee! I love the look of witch space. It is so cool. Alright, next star. This one's already been discovered all completely, so we're just gonna do a loop around the back of it and head on out.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright. Let's see if we can't get a cool shot of our ship flying away, huh? Oh, look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Ain't that something? Screenshotted. Cool as hell.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've never explored out this way, so this is really cool getting to get closer to the galactic center. I'm not really looking for anything in particular, I'm just fucking going.
3, 2,
Alright. I think they seem to have fixed the issues that made jumps take absolutely forever. It's so nice being able to actually, like, move now. The system's scan is incomplete on Kanan, but I don't think I'm gonna bother with it,
fuel scooping.
because it's already been scanned fully. You know what? No, it can't hurt. It can't hurt. So I'm just gonna do a loop around so I can get my fuel scooping.
Fuel scooping complete.
And then we're gonna turn upwards. Well, relatively upwards. And then when we're above the system a bit, then we will do our honk. Alright. Now, for finding the planets. Let's see, we got one there. One there. Another one here. Boom, boom.
1 biological signals found on IC body B4.
Thank you.
Possible occurrences of 1 potentially valuable species predicted on IC body B4.
Not worth it.
1 biological signals found on IC body B5.
Not worth it.
Possible occurrences of 1 potentially valuable species predicted on IC body B5.
Thanks, bro. Besides, like, even if the system's already been discovered fully, it's still just a good opportunity
Scan complete.
to be able to get that nice universal cartographics money when we get back to an inhabited area. Which I'm pretty sure there's more people towards the center of the galaxy, because, you know, it's the center of the galaxy, it's pretty enticing to set up shop there. So I'm sure there's going to be some station or inhabited system we'll encounter along the way. But there's just so many stars that I honestly don't know if we'll just stumble onto one.
3, 2,
I might have to use Inara or something, which is just a tool to find a station or something along those lines, because I do want to be able to drop off all my data at some point. You know what? I am actually going to do that now. I'm going to Alt-Tab real quick. I'm going to open up Inara. I'm going to search for the nearest anything. The nearest station is 629 light years away. Oh my god. And it is not even a station. It is somebody's vessel. So we are nowhere near anything. We probably should be just fine, but like, that's really funny. We are so far from civilization right now. Like, let me just kick us into gear here, and then let me show you guys on the galaxy map. We are here. The local bubble is all the way over here. All the cool labeled stuff is all over here. This is where my engineers are. This is where everything like that is. God damn, I can see a lot more stars now with that config. But the power play with my power is right over here. As you can see, there's really, like, you know, all this cool stuff here, like these starter zones, stuff like that. And then you zoom out and you go all the way over here. This is where I am, and I'm headed all the way over here, which is all the way across the Inner Orion Spur sector. I really would love to someday get, like, over here. I don't even know what's over here, but I feel like something interesting could be here. Because, like, there's nothing over here. There's no real landmarks or anything of the sort. Like, everything there is just randomly generated nebulae and stuff like that. Who knows? There could be something waiting over there, but for now, at least, I do want to head corewards, and our first stop is going to be right over here in this pretty little nebula. I just think it would be cool to see, so that's where we are headed. And then Sagittarius A-star eventually is our end goal, which is the black hole at the center. Oh! Okay, don't zoom in too far. That's the black hole at the center of the Milky Way. And let's go zoom all the way in. Oh, God. That's a few stars. Oh my goodness gracious, dude. Yeah, that's just a few. My god, dude. But yeah, Sagittarius A-star is eventually the goal. We won't get there for quite a while, but that's where we're trying to get someday. Let's go jump on over to our next system here. Whee! You can see all the cool nebulae in the sky. I think those are the Magellanic Clouds up there. Lots of cool sights as we keep moving. Off we go. My number one goal for the journey to the center of the galaxy is to try and find a first discovery Earth-like world, because that would sell for a lot. Because Earth-like worlds are rather obviously quite valuable. Ooh.
System scan complete.
Pretty star.
Fuel scooping.
But yeah, finding a first discovery Earth-like world is the goal. This is a Type A star. Cool.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, fuel scooping complete. Let's head off towards our next system. I just like staying constantly filled up with fuel, because in case something happens, like if I have a long stretch without fuel stars, then I'm pretty set and good to go. Let's let our heat go down a little bit, and then
Frameshift drive charging.
I really wish my frameshift drive could charge faster. I'm pretty sure there's something to do that for, but, like, I don't have the materials for that, so probably not going to happen anytime soon, and also the bubble is not exactly nearby. Whee! I actually want to see... Oh, I can't access the codex right now. Now I can. Codex. There we go. Okay, so we are in the Elysian Shore. Along the way, we obviously want to discover a bunch of stuff, but there's also stuff we need to even confirm sightings of in the first place. Like, you know, a lot of this stuff here. Because we've sighted Earth-like planets before, but we've never actually, like, you know, found a first discovery of one. I guess there's not a lot of some of these around here, but who knows? Oh.
Fresh meat.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Gameworm. Nice to see ya. Hope you're doing well today. Dude, I gotta update my follow notification. The fucking fresh meat is getting old. 563 variants of things to be confirmed. Good lord. Ay, that's a lot. There's some weird-ass life forms out in the galaxy. Why are there 76 variants of the tussock, dude? What the hell? Oh, it's because they all have different colors. Okay. That's a lot. Bark mounds? What the fuck are you? They absorb elements from nova and supernova. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that right now. If we find something, we find something. Good for us. But it looks like we're missing 2 parts of the system here. Where is the planet? There it is.
Complete.
The only planet in the entire star system. Alright, let's get ourselves around the sun here.
Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel scooping is done. And while we coast and cool off, I'm actually going to go into my community settings. I should be able to make it so that, the followers only mode is just 0. So now you should be able to, chat immediately. There we go. Ah, I did not mean to close that. There you go, you can speak now. You're no longer damned. Hold on, y'all. I gotta switch back to my Twitch dashboard. I originally had it so you had to be following for 10 or more minutes to be able to talk, but that just gets annoying. So I turned that off. Why do you have an Umbrella Corporation badge? What the fuck? What did you do, Worm? What is the doggy doing today? I am working on, I'm working on flying towards the center of the Milky Way galaxy. However, it is going to be a long way. You watched your friend play Resident Evil 9 when it came out. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, so we are on the way over to the center of the galaxy. I'll show you my route here. We are routing towards about halfway there. This is the first stop, as far as I could plan out, basically. And then from here, we'll be heading over to Sagittarius A star, which is obviously... obviously in the center of the galaxy. My PC! Oh, dear God. Oh. Yes, that is a lot of sparklies. Oh, my PC. Okay, let's swing around here. Head off towards the next system. Yes, that is a lot of very shiny sparklies in the center there. Okay, let ourselves cool off a little bit here. And now that we are down, let's get going. And if you end up hearing a weird text-to-speech voice at some point, that is because I have something set to notify me with first discoveries and stuff. Is that a heat meter for the ship or your PC? Oh my god. Wait, yeah, XXE-N. Oh my god, it's a Zen Outer Wild, Outer Wild Zen Half-Life, Zen Outer Wild Half-Life. Those who know. The only ones who know in the chat are, I think, Worm and I. Alright. Yeah, I don't think anybody but Worm and I know what the fuck I'm yapping about. Alright, let's scoop our fuel. Zen Jam 3 is now real. True. Alright, let's get up above the system here. And then when we're up here, do our honk. And let's go searching for planets. High metal content. High metal content.
Fresh meat.
Thank you for the follow, Rox D Villatress. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope your day is going well. There's another. There's another. It's so entertaining, I know, to repeatedly watch me...
2 biological signals found on high metal content body 3.
I'm not gonna bother
Possible
going
occurrences of 3 potentially valuable species predicted on high metal
Not
content body
worth it.
3.
Not worth it. I'm heading out. I'm getting the hell out of here. Not worth it in the slightest. That's a lot of planets in one system, though. 11, it looked like, or 10. I couldn't quite tell. Off we go to our next system.
3, 2,
Whee! Okie dokie. Almost there. And boom. Whee! Exactly. Is this a first discovery?
system scan complete.
Yeah, it is. I think so. It looks like it, at least.
Fuel scooping.
Let's go over this way. And swing right past the star. Over to the other side. Let ourselves cool down for a second. And then...
Frameshift drive charging.
yeah, you're gonna see a lot of this jumping today, because we have a couple hundred jumps to go before we get anywhere near halfway to the center of the galaxy. So, you guys probably won't be seeing me get there anytime soon, but it's a long journey.
3, 2,
Off we go. Okie dokie, another system. Space Truck Simulator 2026, basically.
system scan complete.
That was more like back in the day when I used to do just a lot of trading missions.
Fuel cell disengaged.
That was Space Truck Simulator 2026. Because back then, I thought the best way to get money was just to do trade
Frameshift
missions and
drive
stuff.
charging.
But now I've discovered exobiology and exploration is a really good way to get money. Alright, off to the next system we go.
4, 3, 2.
Whee! I always love the look of the, this is called a witch space that we travel through with the frameshift drive. You can see it's all sparkly and stuff. I love it. It's so cool looking. This system's already been explored. Science actually pays and gets funded, yeah.
Scoping.
Well, currently, hold on, I'll show you when I get around the sun here.
Fuel scooping.
Alright. What I was going to show you was I am currently a multi-hundred millionaire. I don't know if you can see it too well because my PNG tuber might cover it up. But the balance that I have is 231 million credits. This is a mass multiplayer online game, yep, and everything that is explored by people. So I will show you, if I go into the galaxy map here, let's zoom back to somewhere that's like, I don't fucking know. Let's go closer to the bubble here. Let's pick out a random system. Let's see. Let's see this one right here. This system that I've been through before. Let's load up the system data, and you will see, first discovered by someone else, first mapped by someone else. Same thing on all of these bodies here, and you can actually colonize systems yourself if you have enough money and funds to, or enough money and the capability to do so. I do not, but, actually, no, I probably do. But I just don't want to be spending that much time to get tethered down in one spot doing colonization. But you'll see all of these stars near Sol have a lot more stuff going on, because this is where you've got, like, the big human powers and stuff like that happening. This is where you've got conflict with an alien species known as the Thargoids, which I think are, like, over this way or some shit. And a lot of this stuff that happens in the bubble is largely, like, player influence stuff. You can literally influence factions and systems if you spend enough time doing so. Personally, though, I like fucking off into the middle of nowhere and doing what I want, which is why I am all the way over here right now. I'm over here, and the last place that I stopped by was the Heart and Soul Nebulas, right over near the corner of the galaxy here. This is out towards the edge of the Elysian Shore region. And I have started from there, making my journey inwards this way, and I'm going to eventually end up here at the very catchily named nebula, Belie Aescas AAA H25, and then from there, I'll be heading on inwards this way, all the way to Sagittarius A-star, which I've already showed off. But there are a shit ton of areas in the galaxy that you can explore, like, you know, even all the way out to here. All the way out to here. You can go up and down. As long as there's stars to jump to, you can explore it. So, if you see, I go through here, there's stars over here, which means theoretically, if I tried to plot a route all the way over here, if I had the jump range, I could get there. Is that a random name? It is a random name, but I unfortunately will not be able to rename things because all of the names of everything that's generated is unfortunately fixed. It would be really cool if you could name features you discovered. However, that would mean people would probably be naming things a bunch of slurs, so I don't think that's the best idea. Because this is why we can't have nice things in video games. It would be really cool. Why am I only jumping 49 light years? Huh. No idea. But yeah, this is... people like that is why we can't have nice things. Alright. Off we go to our next system here. Okie dokie, dropping out a warp. Let's scoop our fuel as we go around once again. And head on off to Redgu IYBCO. Wonderful name. Yeah, as far as I know, all of the sectors and stuff have randomized names, because we're jumping into the Redgu area, however the hell you want to say that. And you'll see all the stars have different names and stuff like that. And then if I go a little further away here, like, let's go over to here. It should probably be done. Yeah, now we're in the Pruurk sector over here. Going even further along, we're in the Belie Tha. It's all random names, so all of this is just a bunch of bullshit, basically. The Smoju. The Belie Urk. And we just keep on going through various sectors here with various really weird names, like Lysuzmas. They're not meant to be sensible names, they're randomly generated, so they are just some random bullshit. Pruasks. And then we're ending up all the way over here in the Belie Aescas Nebula right here. But there are some manually named features, obviously, such as very important landmarks, or not landmarks, but very important systems. For example, like, you know, you see stuff like Aldebaran, Capella, Vega, Pollux, Leighton Star, Sol. Sol over here. If I view the system map, you'll see it is our real-life solar system, just obviously with a few details changed. Just because you've got, for example, a Thargoid Titan that tried to invade Earth a while ago. You've got Venus here, you've got Mars, the asteroid belt, Jupiter, you've got Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Why does Triton have a red thing around it? Permits required for this location, that's why. And then you've got all sorts of dwarf planets here. Sedna, and then you actually do have a Planet 9 here, Persephone here. And there's stations all over the place in the system, all sorts of installations you can visit if you get the permit to come here. Like, you know, you can go basically anywhere. Like, you can go to the moon, you can go to the station around it, you can go to Earth if you want to, but you can't land there. But it's just, like, they do recreate a whole lot of cool stuff from real life in the game. A lot of it does require permits to visit, though, so I'm probably never even gonna bother going over that way again, except for gearing back up with better stuff, or, like, visiting my engineers, or visiting alien stuff. Because as far as we're aware right now, the only aliens in the Elite Galaxy are the Thargoids, who we're kinda at war with still, and the Guardians, who are, like, an extinct species that left behind a bunch of robotic constructs down in this area here. And no other sentient species have been discovered in the galaxy. I'd love to be the one that discovers another one. Elite devs, if you're watching, hit me up, let me know. But, genuinely though, there's a lot of cool stuff to discover inside of discover the Nomai. Dude, if they added the Nomai from Outer Wilds in here, I would freak the fuck out. We're gonna jump on over to the next system. But yeah, so, like I said, there's a whole lot to discover in the galaxy. I would really love it if there was more sentient species we got to interact with, but as far as I know, Frontier Dev, they're the ones that run the game. As far as I know, they're struggling for budget right now. They're struggling for budget to the point where, like, they're hardly functioning as far as I'm aware, so I don't know how much we're really gonna get. Like, I would be really sad if Elite shut down. Let's see here. What do we got? We got anything? Oh. Planet. Planet. There's a bunch of planets in this system. At least 5. God damn it, at least 3 of them are behind the sun. Let's move out of the way. What is so dangerous about the Elite? I honestly have no clue why they chose this name for the game. The original game, the first in the series, was literally just called Elite. I don't know why they went with Elite Dangerous for this one. It's a cool name, don't get me wrong, but, like, I have no clue. There's a lot of planets in the system. A lot of high metal content planets. Which is wild, because, like, damn. System scan's complete. Let's take a look at the system map, because, like, oh my god. 500 fucking high metal content planets. Look at that. And they're all so tiny. They're like 0.000 something Earth masses. These are all just dwarf planets. These are not planets. That's pathetic. Pathetic. Get that shit out of here.
Frameshift drive charging.
We are about to enter the Inner Orion Spur, which is the sector that Sol and stuff is all in. However, we're going nowhere near Sol. We're going to be on the other side of the sector from Sol, as a matter of fact, so don't expect to see me jumping by Earth.
3, 2,
We're heading out off to another star system. We have arrived. Alright, this one's scan is complete, but it's just 1 star, so
System scan complete.
I'm not gonna bother.
Fuel scoping.
Scooping our fuel as we dip around the side of the star here. Say goodbye to the pretty-looking G-type main sequence star as we let our systems cool down. And then
Frameshift drive charging.
off we go to another one. I really do wonder if we're gonna randomly encounter any populated systems on the way.
4, 3, 2.
I don't know, we might. We might for all I know. Alright. Another star system. This one's fully explored, so we're just gonna keep on going.
Fuel scooping.
I love my fuel scoop.
Fuel scooping complete.
My fuel scoop is so joyous. Alright, there's our next destination. So let's dip around a little bit, keep heading out this way away from the star. And as we do,
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll have a triple scoop, make it cookies and cream. A triple scoop of what? What are you having a triple scoop of?
4, 3, 2.
I ain't serving you ice cream. What of cookies and cream, of course. What prompted this? What even prompted this?
Fuel scooping.
Off we go.
Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel scoop is... Oh, fuel scoop. Oh my god, bruh. Oh my god, bruh. Okay. Let's scan the system. Oh, there's actually planets in the system. Intriguing. Where are they? Where the fuck are the planets? Oh, and they are all over here. Okay. Literally every single one of them in the system is right over here at this star. There's another one. There's another one.
Complete.
Alright. We're gonna head on off to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
176 jumps till we're halfway to the galactic center. The planets are about to align, the prophecy will come true. They ain't aligning, they're all just orbiting the third companion to this star system. No alignment happening here. Alrighty, off we go to fucking Redgu IUP C6 O. Alright. Oh, that's a zero. That's a zero. Okay, not an O. Off we go. Whee! I love my Super Cruise overcharge. Oh, and I gotta show you guys something funny. Let's go into free cam here. Let's see if I can get a good view of the entire ship here. Yeah, and then... Whee! I love Super Cruise overcharge. Because we are now, let me slow down here. We are now how far from the sun? Very. 3,000 light seconds from the sun, which is quite a long ways.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's enough rolling around. Let's get back to work. Oh, we can actually see the next system that we're heading towards. It's a little dot, but you can see it.
4, 3, 2.
Off we go. Almost there. Here we are. I love the solar flares in this game. They look so pretty. scooping. Woo, stay out of the gravity well.
Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel scoop is done. Let's flip ourselves and head on over to the next system. And if you're wondering how I can so easily discern if a system's been scanned or not, I have a little plugin that makes a pop-up UI on my screen that tells me if a system's been scanned, who scanned it, stuff like that. So I'm not wasting my time.
Drive charging.
I'm a part of a minor faction, player-led faction called the Kanan Research Institute. And I help basically just chart the galaxy, find cool shit. It's a collaborative science effort, basically. I'm a very new member to it, and compared to the people that play this game a lot more than me, I'm pretty much a newbie at it, but like, who gives a fuck? It's fun. I'm having a jolly old time. I do not care how new I am to the game, I enjoy it thoroughly. Whee! I wonder, if I let my overcharge speed up, will that greater than 1 year arrival time go down? Let's see. Yeah, it does! Look at that! If I kept going at this speed for multiple days on end, I'll get to the other star system within the month. It's not anywhere near Christmas, you're not allowed to be jolly yet. Dog, I don't even celebrate Christmas personally. My family does, but I certainly don't.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm allowed to be jolly any time of the year. Off we go to this next system, Redgu Eug C110. Are you guys excited to go to Redgu E110? Whatever the fuck, C110? I don't even know what the names mean. The names are random too. Oh, this system might actually be unexplored.
First discoverer
Yay!
of star system Regu EUGC 11-0 with primary star of type K.
Systems.
Even the text-to-speech doesn't know what the fuck to do about that system name.
Fuel scooping.
The text-to-speech is like, that is not a word, bro.
Fuel scooping complete.
That was funny as hell. Yeah, as far as I know, all of the sector names are randomly generated. There's a few that are manually named, but I don't know why they went for the random names that go like this. Like, they could have just as easily gone with the real life, like, you know, Kepler, HD, HIP, all sorts of actual real catalogs they can choose names, stylings from, instead of Redgu EUG C11-0. I don't fucking know.
Four, three, two,
All I know is I thoroughly enjoy exploration in this game. Now let me show off my ship when we get here too. Look at that. Uh-huh. Look at this beautiful thing. The ship's name is right here. My ship is named the Uppy Dog. And the license plate number for it is just Woof. And I've got this really sick black and gold color scheme for it. I've got my little... I think that's my exploration rank right there. And I think over here is my trade rank. And then it should be, yeah, right here on the crest of it. That right there is my exobiologist rank. Because that's all livery that I can add on to my ship. And it looks quite sick, I must say. Like, look at this thing. This ship design is called a Mandalay. And you can see me in the cockpit there, chilling out, sitting right there. What are you doing in there? Yeah, there's me sitting around. Alright. Back to the game. Yes, it is a really pretty game.
System scan complete.
It's just 2 more stars. Nothing interesting here besides a bunch of stars.
Fuels cooking.
But yes, it is a gorgeous game.
Fuels cooking complete.
Whoa! Gravity on this star is quite bad. Is this a giant? I wonder. Let's check. I think this is just a normal, yeah, it's just a main sequence star, but it is quite massive, and we did drop out quite close to it. You should explode a star. If I could, I would. That'd be cool. But like, I cannot blow up a star.
Charging.
The best I could do is shoot my little surface probes at it, and they don't do anything. Plus, I'm going too fast. All these do is they scan whatever planet I'm orbiting. Which, if we get to an interesting system, I'll show off.
3, 2,
We got quite a few jumps to go before we get anywhere near the galactic center. Oh man, is this an A-type? It is bright. I think it is. Yeah, it's an A-type star. This thing is bright as fuck. I can't even see my UI. There we go. Yeah, it is very white, because A-type stars are bright white blue stars. So, yes it is. And it looks like it's not alone in this system. There's a K-type companion to it. And this K-type has its own planets and moons orbiting around it.
1 biological signals
Shut
found
up.
on high metal content body B4.
I don't care.
Possible occurrences of 3 potentially valuable species predicted on high metal content body B4.
Don't care. Not going over there. Not worth it.
system scan complete.
Alright. System scan is done. That's bright as hell. Let's go around the star. As we get away from it, our heat will go down. I said our heat will go down. There we go. And as it goes down, we can safely
Drive
jump.
charging.
Bye-bye, pretty star. Dude, whenever we get... our stars realistically scaled. Yes, they are. I will show you when we get to the next system. But yes, they are. This is a very realistic game, where the player can have a lot of influence over the environment of the game itself. Like, you can influence factions, you can, like, you can deliver... Like, you can deliver food to starving factions, you can go to war with opposing factions, all sorts of cool stuff. Oh boy, there's a lot of objects in it. I'm not about to deal with that right now, but I will show you the system map. You can see, yes, the stars are realistically scaled. For example, this right here is a G-type star, which is why these planets are, even in their stylized form, so much smaller than it. But if you were to actually put them up right against each other, you would see that they're actually, like, the correct sizes. These are obviously scaled up, so they don't look as tiny compared to it. But if I go into something like the orrery view, for example, I can zoom in here, and you'll see everything to realistic... No, I didn't want to set the target, but you'll see this is to realistic scale. There's a planet over here. This planet is at a much smaller scale than the sun. And you'll see if I scroll around for a second. Yeah, you'll see the sun is over there, a realistic size, and barely moves when I'm moving around the planet. That is because the planet is tiny compared to the sun. So yes, it is all realistic stuff. Actually, I gotta swap system map modes before I continue. Back to map view. There we go. Just makes it a lot easier to navigate. And then we're gonna swing around this star right here.
Fuel scoping.
Whoa, gravity well. More like gravity unwell. I'm not feeling so good going through that. Oh my god. I did not mean to target the other star in the system. What I want to target is this.
Frameshift drive charging.
And the destination is down there. There we go. Off we go to the next star system. You know, only 100-something jumps to go before we get halfway to the galactic center, but like I said, most of the streaming I do of this game is just exploration, because I like exploring in this game. It's my favorite thing to do. Do a quick hop, skip, and a jump around that star. Charge up and keep moving. What is that? Hold on. That looks weird. I need to see what that is. There's a weird looking nebula up there. That is facing in the direction that we're going. Either above or below the galactic plane. I can't quite tell. I think it's below. Is that the Omega Nebula? Or the Eagle Nebula? Or is that NGC 6357? Why do these nebulae have the same models as each other? I think they are... All three of these nebulae, I think, have the same exact model. Okay, then. Interesting choice. Whatever.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's definitely one of them, though. And I'm deciding to actually take us on a route above the galaxy because I think it would be pretty cool and scenic.
4, 3, 2.
Away we go. Meow. Let's get away from the star there. Let our heat cool down for just a second, and then we can go.
Frameshift drive charging.
As you can see, we are going significantly above the plane of the galaxy with our route here. We're aiming upwards.
4, 3, 2.
Whee! Alright, we've almost arrived, and... Fun, cool thing about the galaxy map, by the way. If I zoom all the way out, you can actually see that places like the Large and Small Magellanic Clouds are completely modeled. You can't go there, but they are 3D models, as you can see over there. And there are other places that are 3D models as well, like the Andromeda Galaxy over there is... I'm also... Actually, no, I think it's 2D. But you can see Andromeda over there. I think that's Triangulum down there. I actually don't know for sure. Another galaxy over there. I don't think there's anything really above us besides those couple of galaxies and stuff. But there's a lot of detail put into the map. Is there an invisible wall? Well, more so just that nobody has the jump range on their ship to go more than like a couple hundred light years at the same time. But there is an end to the coordinate system in the galaxy, so like the furthest outside the galaxy I can get is right over here. Like that would be, the furthest I could get towards the Magellanic Clouds is like right over here, all the way down. Yeah, there's just nothing there if you fly for long enough, because the map just ends. There's literally no stars here, as you can see. So at this point, you literally can't even get to where I am. Let's zoom out all the way again. Let's get back up to the actual galaxy. Up to, like, the main plane of the galaxy. And you can still see there's no stars out here. But if I scroll closer, and closer, and closer, and closer, and closer, can't you just fly without warping? You'd still eventually run out of fuel. And also, that's a really long way to fly without warping. You would be long dead by the time you even made it out of the Milky Way at that rate. Ah, yep. Oh, I saw some stars. Yep, here you are. Here's some of the most distant stars in the Milky Way. And you literally can't even route to them because they are all the way outside the galaxy. All the way out here. Like, if I zoom out, these stars are on the rim of the galactic disk. You cannot go any further than that because there's no stars to take you further. I think these weird graphical glitches might indicate there's more stars here. If you go up or down, maybe? I guess not. But, as you can see, the Milky Way map is just fucking huge. Like, I have left the bubble. I have made it all the way over here. The furthest I've gone is, like, right over here. And as you can see, that is nothing compared to the size of the map. Like, I know people who have made it all the way to Sagittarius A-star and then kept going and ended up, like, over here. I don't know how they have that much time, but good for them. I'm employed, so I can't. Such is the woes of Doggy. I am unfortunately employed, because I need money. Thankfully, I've gotten out of the really bad financial situation that I was in earlier this year. But, like, nonetheless, I still do need to pay my rent and shit, so, like, I can't just not work. It would be really nice if I didn't have to work, if I didn't have to do college, too. But, like, that's just not how life is. To even survive in the modern United States, I, like, have to get out of college. Need money to buy better parts for your ship in Elite? Dude, I got more than enough money for that. I have 200 million credits. I could buy one of the most top-of-the-line ships, I could kit it out all the way, and I would still have money to spare. I just don't want to, because this one's the best for exploration. My Mandalay is one of the best ships with best jump range per ship mass. So this thing is able to carry an SRV so I can drive around on planets without any issue. But yeah, it's literally no problem for me. Like, money is a non-issue. Especially because I recently participated in a big community goal event where we did a bunch of exobiological research in one of the galaxy's further out areas. And while I was there, the rewards for that event were 100 million more credits just for participating as much as I did. So, like, I made big money by doing very little.
System scan complete.
System scans complete. It's just 3 stars. Nothing of major importance here. And off we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
I can hear the star rumbling behind us. Yeah, look at that.
4, 3, 2.
I really wish you could take your camera outside your ship inside of witch space, like where I am now, because god, that would look so cool. Like, imagine being able to see all this streaking by from the outside. That would be awesome. Just a little bit longer. Oh, this one's taking a while. Come on. There we are. Let's see, what's up with this system? Looks like there's a few things here, at least.
System scan complete.
Fucking never mind, I guess? Is it just a bunch of stars? It is! It's just a 5-star system. What the fuck? Why did that take so long to load? It is literally just 5 stars. We got a K-type, an M-type, a T-type, an M-type, and another M-type. What fucking gives? Why did that take like 3 minutes to load? Exaggerating, obviously, but like, nonetheless. Usually that load time is from a huge system, not from 5 stars.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alright. 164 jumps to go till we're halfway to the center of the galaxy.
Frameshift drive charging.
I may have pressed that button a little too early. Actually, no, I haven't. The heat isn't even going that high. I don't really care. My heat maxes out at like 60%. I love this ship.
4, 3, 2.
And also, a jump range like mine is absolutely crazy. Like, this ship that I'm in can take us, like, something like 80 light years on average. Like here, when we pop out, let's take a look here. Statistics. My current jump range...
First discoverer of star system
Shut
Regu
up.
MNGC 25-1 with primary star of type
Okay.
K.
But yeah, as you can see, my jump range currently is 80.57 light years because I'm down a little bit in the fuel. And with almost minimum fuel, it would be 85.61 light years, which is downright insane for a ship in Elite Dangerous. That's because I have a lot of modifications on my ship. You're fucking kidding me. The only planet in the system is behind the sun. My god, okay. Let's go over that way.
Fuel scooping.
Let's foop our fool. Whee! There's our planet.
Complete.
Nope, that's not our planet. That's the other star. Where is the planet? Where are you? Where are you? There it is. It's a high metal content
System
world.
scan complete.
How far away is it orbiting? 31 astronomical units, of course. I'm not gonna bother going over there. Fuck that. We are jumping to the next system.
Drive charging.
Because I'm not gonna bother going fucking 31 astronomical units just to scan a high metal content world. I'm only going over there if it tells me it's a valuable world.
4, 3, 2.
Off we go. And here we are. All right.
Fuel scooping.
Let's scoop our fuel. It'll take just a moment.
Fuel scooping complete.
Let's head up, and away. And turn on our FSS. That's a lot of planets. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. Ooh, Waterworld. That one's already been mapped out, but it's still cool nonetheless. Rocky Ice World. More Rocky Ice Worlds. A Rocky World. High metal
6 biological
content, I think.
signals found on rocky body
Oh,
B2A.
shit!
Possible occurrences of 2 potentially valuable species predicted on rocky body B2A.
Okay, we're making a stop off. That's a lot of biology. I want to go over there.
1
Yes.
biological signals found on high metal content body B1.
Yes, biological.
Possible occurrences of 1 potentially valuable species predicted on high metal content body B1.
Yeah, so the biological signals are all simple stuff like plant life. And yes, I can land on planets like those. And I will be landing on one in just a little bit here after we're done scanning the system. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. It's quite fun. There we go.
Complete.
Okay, so our target is 99,000 light seconds away, which is quite a long ways of travel. As you can see, as I speed up to maximum, it still takes a while, so we're gonna go... Whee! And we're gonna make the long journey over there a whole lot faster with our super cruise overcharge. Whee! We're going a little bit fast here. And my UI is freaking the fuck out. Oh boy. Stay on target. Stay on target. Alright, we are close enough now that I should be able to just auto-target it with this, and it should be able to get us there in a relatively timely manner. Yeah, so we have slowed down enough that it'll take us just over a minute to get there, but that is just fine. That's a whole lot better than the travel time was before. But yeah, the biological signals on worlds like this are stuff that is, pretty simple life, plant life and stuff like that. Fungus, bacteria. I'm actually going to orbit around its host planet when we get there first, just so I can map it out and get the money, because it's a water world. But let's head on over there. It'll be just a moment. We're rapidly closing in. Like, if I pull up Giant Steep reference... I mean, it kinda is. It's a terrestrial water world. It's got 1.26 atmospheres of pressure, so it's actually pretty conducive to life. And then this is where we're going. This one right here. It's already had first footfall and stuff like that, so we're not going to be the first to land there. But we will be able to do some good exobiology and stuff. The atmosphere is entirely ammonia. Pretty cool, though. It's got 6 biological features. That's a lot of money for us. Let's just speed this up a little bit. There we go. Our ship is, like, fucking shaking violently when we do this. How's my ship's, health looking? Let's check here. Status. That's just not what I was thinking about. Hold on, where is it? Is it under ship? I don't remember. Oh no, you can just see it down here. It's all at 100% integrity, so we're still good. But here we are, arriving in the B section of the star system. We're heading towards planet B2, which is a water world that we're going to map out, and then we're going to land on its moon and do some exobiology. We're not the first discoverer of this place by any means, but nonetheless. We have almost arrived. Just over 200 light seconds of distance between us and the planet. We're almost there, and then when we get closer than 1 light second is when I pull out the surface scanner probes, and we start mapping out the water world. You can already see the orbit of its moon coming into view if you squint. We are about to drop under the speed of light in a moment. We are now at sub-light speeds. You can see its moon in the lower right there, and you can see the planet itself right there. And I'm going to start mapping it out with my surface scanner probes when we get into orbit around it. Look at this pretty thing. That's a gorgeous planet. Look at those clouds. That's beautiful looking. I really like the look of this planet, especially with the clouds. Fuck ton of hurricanes, too. Alright, let's start shooting off our probes at this thing. Go, probe, go! Make impact. Boink. There is 24% of it scanned. Send another one just over the horizon. And it'll land probably right about here. Yep, dead on. It'll expand across the surface, just like that. Send one over that way. Send one over that way. Now let's keep viewing the back side of the planet here to make sure they impact in good spots. Probably right about there. Yep.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Thank you. Surface is scanned by 81%. Let's send one all the way around to the back. Watch this one go. It goes all the way, probably right about there. And the planet is successfully mapped. And I got the efficiency bonus. Now we're going to go over to its moon, which is right over there. Sending the little scout. Exactly. It genuinely is kind of just like the little scout. You shoot these disposable surface probes at the planets, and they just go, whee! Like, I could just kind of, like, when I'm in orbit around a planet, yeah, I destroyed the planet. Look at that. It's a grid now. That's all that's left of it. But we're going to go map out the moon next. It'll take us a second to get there, obviously. But when we do get there, put that scanner back out and ready to go. And momentarily, we'll be within range. Let's fire off our probes. This moon has a pretty decent atmosphere to it, so that'll be pretty to see when we land. Let's watch that first probe make impact. .34% of the surface has been mapped. Let's send one over there. Let's send one over there. Moons can have atmospheres. Yes, they can.
Surface scanned by 50%.
In fact, in our own solar system, Titan, one of the moons of Saturn, has one, so it's not even that far into science fiction. Titan's atmosphere is made of, I believe, I think it is actually made of ammonia, so... Okay, where are all the life forms here? So we've got Alioida, Bacterium, Fungoida, and Osseous. It looks like most of them are in these flatter regions here. So I'm going to drop out of Supercruise Assist. I am going to keep on steering us around the planet here, back to the day side, so we'll be able to actually see what we're doing. So let's go over this way here, because this way we can face back around towards the sun. And when we do so, we'll land in one of these blue areas here, which is where we can start doing our exobio. So right about over here is probably where we want to dip under this line. Whoa, start slowing myself down here. And let's land over here. Coming in hot. Alright, we're coming in for our glide. Woo! Come on now, ship. Giddy up. We have arrived in the atmosphere of the moon. We're going to be heading down towards the surface a little further before we actually get moving. But yes, not every object in Elite Dangerous is landable, but this is one of them that is. I'm pretty sure it's the ones with atmospheres that are, for the most part, landable. But you cannot land on things like Earth-like planets or water worlds for some reason. I really wish they would add that, because that would be fucking sick. But we're going to slow down. We're going to lower our landing gear and let auto-landing do its work. It'll take us down to the surface here. Sometimes it's a little weird. Come on. You can do it. Alignment is good. And... touchdown. Let's hop out in our SRV. And when we are in our SRV, let's dismiss our ship. Let's turn off our SRV's lights. We do not need them here. You're an Outer Wilds player and use auto systems instead of just ramming the planet? Well, I value my ship, thank you very much. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Life. Hold on. Here's some life. Stop our SRV.
Drive assist off.
Get out of the vehicle. And let's get out our exobiology sampler.
Shield deactivated.
Alright. It's a pleasant temperature, so we won't need our shield or anything, but we have found Alioida laminae turquoise. And to get our next sample for it, we will have to find another sample of it that is further away for genetic diversity purposes. So, let's hop up on top of our rover here, go boing. I can't see anything within scan range, so we're just going to hop back in the vehicle. And we're just going to keep moving. Away we go.
Leaving 150-meter clonal colony range of Alioida laminae. Scan
Okay.
count is 1.
We are out of the clonal colony range, which means if we find another sample of it, we can scan it again. This is something else. What are you? What are you? Let me scan you. Nope, stop. This is... oh, it's another tussock. Okay. I've found these things so many times before, but it looks like our Alioida are right up there. Looks like we got some more right here, which is awesome. We've also got some other fucking... I don't know what that is.
Drive assist off.
I don't know what the fuck. Ew, that looks disgusting. Let's get that scanned. I don't know what the fuck this is. Ew. That's a bacteria, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is all a different species, so we're not scanning that yet. I don't see any of it highlighted in green, which means we cannot go do it just yet. So let's just keep on driving. Away we go. Whee!
Leaving 150-meter clonal colony range of Aleoid Laminae.
Oh,
Scan count is 2.
There's some more literally right here. Alongside the weird stuff that looks like piles of
Driver
shit.
assist off.
So what we're gonna do first is we're going to finish scanning the Aleoida, whatever the fuck this was called. I think we got it. Yep. Alright, we got that all good. Let's scan whatever the fuck this is. I don't know what it is. Stratum laminamus. That's a fucking mouthful. I think we gotta drive a little while for this one, because its clonal colony radius is larger, I think. That is not limestone. You are saying this to the dog that's a geologist, bro. You are not fooling me with this one. Alright, you hop over there. Drive until we hear the notification that we're out of clonal colony range. And then when we are, keep looking for another sample of the stuff. Boing.
Leaving 500-meter clonal colony range of Stratum laminamus. Scan count is 1.
Okay, I think I saw some more up ahead of us here. Maybe. Well, I'm pretty sure... Not really. I don't think so. Not necessarily. I've never heard it used in that context, at least.
Driver assist off.
You might be thinking of, like, the strata within rock. Strata just indicating layers, which is probably where this thing gets its name, because it's got distinct layers to it. But yeah, strata within a rock just means layers. So that's probably where the name is derived from. I would imagine strata due to layer. There's a whole lot of it around here, but we are within the clonal colony, so we need to move. Board. And drive, drive, drive. Off we go. Whee! Boing. I'm just driving towards it wherever I see it, because I don't know when we're gonna get out of the clonal colony. So
Leaving 500-meter clonal colony range of Stratum laminamus.
Here we are.
Scan count is 2.
Let's get out of our vehicle. And let's scan it. Perfect. Alright. That's 2 of the 6 down. I have no idea if there's anything nearby, because I'm extremely colorblind. It should show up as bright green if there is. I cannot, for the life of me, see anything green. Are these things making noises? I have no idea. think they are. That's creepy. I don't like the plants. I'm getting back in my car. So we're gonna go until we find another piece of exobio. Which there should be a few other types available to scan in this area. Whee! Blue flowers, red thorns. This would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind. I have no clue what you're referencing, but that sounds quite funny. Up and over the hill. Oh, oh, oh. Well, yeah, I've seen Shrek, I just don't remember that scene in specific.
Drive assist off.
I don't have photographic memory. Excuse me, what was that noise? Let's scan the plant. Yay. Plant. Tussock Cultro, green. I cannot see any nearby. Maybe over that way? I can't quite tell. It might be over that way, over this little ridge. There might be some. I don't know if I actually saw that or not, though. I just ran over like half a dozen alien plants, bro.
Leaving 200-meter clonal colony range of Tussock Cultro. Scan count
Okay.
is 1.
So if we find some more, we're good to scan it. Oh, oh, oh. Almost drove past it.
Drive assist off.
Almost drove past it. Here it is. Here's some more of it. More plant. Okay, there's another plant. Let's get up on top of our vehicle again and scan. Once again, not seeing anything, so I'm just gonna drive ahead to my left again. Whee!
Leaving 200-meter clonal colony range of Tussock Cultro. Scan count is 2.
I love reckless driving. Yay! Oh, oh, I saw something pop up on my scanner. You can't get away from me that easily, plant.
Drive assist off.
Mwahaha. The plant shall be mine. Good thing you can't get fined in space. I mean, you can in this game, just not out here, because there's nobody out here but me. Oh, look at that. You could see the water world up there. That's pretty. Hold on. I look fucking ridiculous. Oh, oh, what is up with the camera? Why is it like that? Oh, it's zoomed the fuck out, that's why. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty cool. You can actually have a pretty good view of the... Pretty good view of that water world. That's a pretty cool shot. Okay. I know there is at least... No, I don't want to pull out my gun. Wrong button. I know there's at least one more type of biology I can get where I am now. I think that's the bacteria. So let's get back in our vehicle here. let's check out the surface map. And there are 3 other types of organics. I believe at least one of them was the bacteria, because I remember seeing that driving on the way. So let's turn ourselves around and head back this way. Oh, here it is. Here is some bacteria.
Drive assist off.
Look at that. Here we are. What kind of stuff is this? Bacterium alcyonium green. Okay. I don't see any more of it. So we're gonna keep, we're gonna turn left again, and we're just gonna keep going back that way. And I did dismiss my ship, so it's no longer on the surface. It'll just be chilling in orbit until we're good to go. And I can recall it at any time, so we're good. Whee! Hello, grass.
Leaving
Boing.
500-meter clonal colony range of Bacterium alcyonium. Scan count is 1.
Okay. Scan count is still 1, so we need to find 2 more specimens. So let's stop. I saw something pop up ahead. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna pull out my tool. And then I'm going to stand on top of my vehicle, jump all the way up, and do a little scan here. Ah! There's some right there. Boing. 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 The gravity on this moon is only like 0.27 Gs, so I'm able to just hop around. But there's some more of our bacteria. The thing I'm holding is such a weird instrument. Look at the front of that damn thing. It's so weird. I don't know what this thing is even... how it works, but looks cool doing it. Alright, let's hop back to our ship. Oh look, you can even see my footprints. Look at that. That's my boot prints. Yay! Okay, let's stop getting distracted by my boot prints, and let's get back in my SRV. Those don't look like paw prints. I know, this game is literally puppy-phobic, dude. It's so fucked up. I can't be an anthropomorphic dog, so what even is the point? I should just quit. What even is the point, bro? Like, what the fuck? That's so fucked up for the game to do, that I can't be an anthropomorphic dog. Oh, I see something up ahead that's popping up on my scanner. Looks like it is grass. Dude,
Leaving
no
500-meter clonal colony range of Bacterium alcyonium.
Dude,
Scan
no way.
count is 2.
Is that a Grask of the Past reference? Oh my god, my favorite Outer Wilds mod. Let's see here. Is that another one? Is that bacteria? No. Hold the fuck up. What was that? Was that a glitch in the terrain?
Drive assist off.
I don't know what that was. I just drove over it, whatever it was. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a graphical glitch. I thought for a second that was, like, writing on the ground, and I was gonna be like, what the fuck? But no, that is definitely a texture glitch. Look at that. That is a seam in the terrain. Can I get in the back rooms? Can I go in the back rooms that way? Come on, let me in. I want to go in the back rooms. Let me in. Please? Aw. That'll be how you discover a new alien race, as I go through the literal fucking crack in reality. Okay, I don't see any of the bacteria. You get sent to the back rooms? Yeah, exactly. I think it would be really funny if, more games that operated off of, like, tile systems where the terrain comes into tiles made it so if you do clip out of the terrain, you end up in the back rooms. I think that would be kind of funny. I actually took a little bit of hull damage doing that, my goodness. Boing, 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 wee. Woo! My goodness. We got more of the grass. More of that weird thing. Bacteria is so hard to find because it's flat on the ground. Come on. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna get out of my... hop out of my vehicle here. I'm going to hop back up on top. Ah, there's some right there. I knew my intuition was correct. I saw it literally right over the hill, right there. There's some more of it. Boing. Come on. My final sample of this stuff. Yay! Alright. Back into our SRV. Now that we are back in the SRV, let's recall our ship. It'll be arriving in 22 seconds. And then from here, we are going to be... No, wrong view. I want to see the outside. There we are. Yeah, so we're going to be heading off to another part of the terrain so we can get a better sense of the other biology that's around. Here's our ship coming in. Landing right beside us, basically, so that makes it a lot easier to get back in. Look at that, that's so fucking cool to watch. The Uppy dog coming in for landing. Not the most graceful landing. Okay. Let's turn ourselves around here. Alright, let's skedaddle over towards our ship here. There we go. Let's board our ship.
Drive assist off.
Okay, so let's take a look at the map of this planet again. So we've got all the biology of the stratum, tussock, Alioida, bacterium, and there are 2 left that we have not gotten. So let's go launch back into orbit.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
We are going to go back into orbit of this moon right here.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
And then when we are substantially far from the surface, we'll be able to use our surface scanner again and be able to swap it to any of the types of thing that we have not scanned yet. So let's once again check. We have stratum, tussock, Alioida, bacterium. So fungoida and osseous are the ones that we need next. Let's go for the fungoida next because it has a much smaller range. So let's cut our velocity, turn back around, and let's head for... Let's just take a look around at our options first. Not many options. Let's head over here. That looks like our best bet. That shallow plain right there is probably our best bet for finding the fungoida. Because I don't believe anything else grows over here. And then we'll hop away from that to get the last thing. The osseous, I think it was called. So we want to land right between those 2 big craters is probably the best place to go. So let's point our nose right there. And let's head over towards that. Because that is the only place I saw on the map where the fungoida grow. Because you can see all those blue spots are where it is. But this one's definitely the biggest, so... Let's keep on just flying in this direction, gliding our ship downwards gently towards the area. Look at some of that spiky terrain, my goodness. What the hell? I'm actually gonna land a little bit over here so I can check out these spikes, because look at that shit. That is one hell of a mountain. What in the hell is going on with the terrain here? That is fucking weird. We're gonna land in this clearing right over here. But that is really weird seeing that. Let's cut our velocity now.
Landing gear deployed.
Unsuitable terrain. Come on, auto landing, do your thing. Yeah, terrain that is not flat, and this is definitely not flat, my goodness. Oh, it says unsuitable terrain. I guess my ship's deciding to set itself down anyways. Oh, I guess we're good. Or not? My shields just took a hit. What is my ship doing? What? Okay. Sure, man. I guess we're just doing whatever now. But we're gonna pop out right here. Okay.
Low gravity warning.
Where was that weird, spike. Well, there's a lot of them. There it is. It is back to our left. So that is going to be... forwards to our right is where we're going. Okay.
Ship dismissed.
Let's go check out the spike. Oh, hey, look at that stuff. I know what that is. I've seen that about 1 billion times by now. The fungoida is what we're looking for. Not you. I've seen you like 500 times. And there goes my ship. 1 contact lost means it's left the area. I believe that might be fungoida up ahead. That weird shiny stuff. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Maybe? What are you? Is this the fungoida? It looks like it. Are you the fungoida? Yes, you are. Fungoida seticis. Lime. Okay. So we're going to get...
Ship
Nope.
recalled.
Cancel that. I don't want to recall my ship.
Process off.
I want to get out of my vehicle. Look at this stuff. Weird as hell. I don't like it. Looks like tentacles. Not a fan. Fungoida seticis. Lime. There's some more of it right over there. I might actually just run over and get that, because that's not that far. Well, I say it's not that far. It's definitely further than it looks, but who gives a fuck? Yeah, there's definitely some... In fact, I think I could scan that one right there, which is even closer. Oh, yeah. We're good. That singular fungus sitting right here. Oh, never mind. My color blindness was deceiving me. That's a fucking rock. That just so happened to, from that angle, look like a vertical signature like those over there. I hate being colorblind. Wow. I was lulled into a false sense of hope.
Leaving 300-meter clonal colony range of Fungoida seticis. Scan count is 1.
Alrighty. We're almost to this one right here. Can my commander calm the fuck down? Whoa, whoa. Calm your breathing, dog. You don't need to be doing all that. Calm down. Stop breathing so heavy. Alright, there is our second sample. I believe that is the closest ones we can scan, so we're going to keep on heading towards the spike and hope we find a third one. If we don't, we'll turn around. There's my SRV right over there. It is 300 meters from me. I went further than I thought I did. Dude, I'm a sick-ass fucking parkour expert. Oh my god. Look at me go, bro. Watch me get on this rock. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I'm sick with it. Oh my god, I'm sick with it. Look at me go. I'm fucking sick. I'm sick with it. I'm sick with it. Ooh. Ooh. Their ass is not bee-hopping. I guess the fungus is a solid block. That's fun. Off we go.
Leaving
towards the
300-meter
spike.
clonal
Woo!
colony range of Fungoida cetaceus. Scan count is 2.
So we are out of the clonal colony range. So if we encounter more on the way, we can scan it. Why is my SRV magically repaired? I don't know. There's the spike. Ooh, and there's the water world. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, we got fungus. Ah! Woo! Watch it. What is that? Oh, it's a meteorite. Okay. I was about to say, what the fuck did I just discover? But it's just a meteorite. I'm not gonna bother with that. Some fun guys here. Yeah, look at these fun guys. Let's get our third sample of the fun guy. Yay! Awesome. That means there's one piece of exobiology left for us to get on this planet. We'll get that in a little bit here after we check out that fucking thing. The mountain. Okay. So the fungus is a solid block. Noted. There is a solid hitbox for that thing. Please don't go onto that. There we go. Boing. We're gonna get as close as to this. We're gonna get as close to this thing as we can, and we're gonna take a picture at the base of it because look at that thing! Oh my god! That fucking spire. That is so cool. I don't know what kind of terrain generation caused that, but it looks awesome. Oh, fuck. There's more fungoida on the way up. Cali Spire, now slay it? I don't want to slay the Spire. Wait, say that again. You know what? I think this is actually a really great place for a picture here. So let's do that. Let's disembark. I think this is a great spot for a picture. Because we've got the fungoida on either side of us here. We've got the water world right there. My dumbass standing in the middle. My rifle floating on my back for some reason. Hold on. Commander controls num 0. No. Why is it floating? That's gonna, like, ruin my fucking picture. Look at that shit. It is just floating. Well, I guess we're gonna have to get a cool-ass fucking picture just like this, I guess. That works. That actually looks pretty tough. That's awesome. Okay. I am satisfied. Fuck you, Spire. Okay. We are back in our SRV. Let's recall our ship.
Ship recalled.
It'll arrive in 24 seconds. I'm stuck inside the fucking cockpit. Hold on. No. Wrong button. There we go. And we're just gonna play with our camera a little bit here. My goodness. I hear my ship. There it is. Coming down right on top of us. Hello, ship. Oh, it's coming down right next to us. That's awesome. Is it gonna land on those damn boulders? What is it doing? Okay, no, it's right next to them. Good. Can I look inside my vehicle bay? I can. Okay. Bonk into the fucking fungus. Turn ourselves around carefully with how much fungus is around us. Target our ship. Head on back over to it, and there is one last type of biology we need to get. That being the Osseous. And I have seen no sign of it, so... Ow! That majorly damaged my SRV going over that. We're at 97% structural integrity now. Okay. Board our ship. Boink. We are back in our spacecraft. And the last thing we're gonna do for stream is we're going to visit wherever that, the Osseous is.
Landing gear retracted.
And then when we get that Osseous, I will cut off stream. Just because we have been going for about 2 hours, and there's just a couple things I want to do before I have to get to bed tonight, because I do have work in the morning, so...
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Away we go. Let's let ourselves get into... How does streaming this late feel in general? Honestly, it feels just fine. I've got dinner in me. I've had the whole day to do other stuff, like I did my laundry earlier, so I think this is a good schedule for me to have. Okay, the Osseous is all that. So let's go down to that big crater right behind us. But yeah, this feels like a good schedule, in my opinion. Okay, not that steep. But yeah, this feels like a good schedule. I'll probably just keep doing this, because I've had a pretty decent view count every so often that I've checked. I'll probably average, like, I don't know, 4, 5, 3, something like that, which is better than my usual 2 or 1, so I'll take it. Dropping from orbital cruise. Ah! How deep is this crater? My god. My god, PETA, you wore those pajamas to your pajoffice? Well, at least I'm not drinking, Brian. Alright, let's come in gently.
Landing gear deployed.
My god, PETA, you wear those pajamas to your pajoffice? Alright. The last thing we gotta find is that Osseous, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what it looks like. Let's plunk ourselves down right here. Ow, my shields. I guess my ship just forced itself to land. That works. Fucking hit my ship with the weird route proceed just to make it goddamn land.
Low gravity warning.
Okay, let's make our ship go away.
Ship dismissed.
Get out of here. Shoo. I see a few little blips on my radar. Oh, we might already have something. Although it might just be the grass. I think it's just the grass. Maybe? Yeah, that's just the grass. So we are going to stop right here either way. We are going to disembark. I'm gonna get my bioscanner out. I'm gonna hop up on top. And I'm just gonna look for anything green. Nothing green? Nothing green. Nothing green like WD Gaster and Deltarune. Everyone knows Gaster's green. Alrighty. We're gonna do a little driving then. Oh, we got another something. It's more grass. Yeah, the sunset's gorgeous here. Look at that. That's beautiful. More grass. More grass. Okay, hold on. Let's check our codex. Biological. We want to see our Osseous is, I think, this. Yeah, Osseous. I don't know what kind we've got here, but they're large things, so they're very hard to miss. We've got Osseous. Geology and anomalies. Anomalies? What the fuck? I have never encountered one of those, but, okay, so the Osseous are pretty damn large. So I don't know how we haven't found any. Boing. If we don't find any of the Osseous within the next, like, 10 to 15 minutes, I will just kind of call it off and I'll do it on my own time. Because I don't want to spend that long just looking for one plant. Because it looks pretty damn large from what I saw in the codex. So I'm amazed we haven't seen it yet. Then again, I am colorblind. So let's maybe try turning off our full beam headlights. Or partial beam, whatever the fuck. More grass. Where is my Osseous? I have not seen any sign of it. Let's see here. Still no sign of the Osseous. You would really think with something that showed up that large on the codex that it would be a little bit easier to find. Because the map said there's Osseous here, so I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know, but that view is fucking sick. I'll find a vantage point, probably over here. Fuel reserves at 50% on my SRV. That's fine, we don't use that much. Drove through another patch of grass. see some blips on my radar. I don't know if they're osseous or grass or what. I'm just gonna follow them, see where they go. I see another thing to scan up ahead. I think it's more grass. At least if I had to assume. Yep, more grass. I'm seeing no sign of the osseous. Ah! I caught my wheel. Let's stop ourselves right here. Let's get out of the vehicle. And then let's pull out our bioscanner. I am seeing no bright green. And bright green is what we want to be looking for, because that indicates something we haven't scanned yet. I might just have to do this on my own time, because I don't want to be wasting this much time just fucking around looking for a singular plant. So I'm going to quit out of Elite Dangerous real quick. Y'all please stick around. Oh my goodness. Close out of the launcher just real quick here. Let me send us to the ending soon. Scream, blah, 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 blah. Let's see if there's anyone I'm following that is live right now. Maybe we can find someone to go raid. Let's see here. Fuck it. We got Ooga Pookie is currently doing Super Mario 64. I'm gonna send us over to raid him. I like his videos, I like his content, so like... Oh, we only have one person in chat. I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna send over a raid with just one person, so I might actually cancel that. Because I don't have anyone else tabbed in watching my screen. I'm just gonna cancel that raid then, because we don't have anyone more than, like, one person here. But thank you guys so much for stopping by today's stream. I appreciate it a whole lot. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll probably be streaming next in, I think, 2 days. Hell, I might even stream tomorrow if I'm feeling like it. But for sure, 2 days from now, I have a day off, so I'll probably be streaming. I'll see you guys around, and thank you so much for stopping in. Bye-bye.